Just like my opponent has said, she talked about the olden days when our grandfathers and grandmothers we have to wake up and start riding horses to their work. Imagine you have a meeting by 7 o'clock and you wake up late by 6, dressed and eat by 6:30. Are you telling me that you're expected to get on a horse, start riding to work, and eventually get late? That's why we have cars right now. You can get wherever you're going in less than 20 minutes.
This is Canaan Glory International Academic Institute. We have the people from Edu TV debate competition. We are with us. Please, a round of applause for them. This morning we have a debate program, a debate topic, which says science has done more harm to the society than good. Here with me, I have the panel of judges in person of Mrs. Akinwumi Elizabeth. Please, a round of applause for her. She is the chief judge. Then we also have with her Mrs. Adeyemi Ifeoluwa. Please, a round of applause for her. Also, we have Mr. Maiwa Oyebade. A round of applause for him. And the most accurate timekeeper, Mr. Adedeji Matthew. A round of applause for him too. We have other teachers in our midst that I will not mention their names, and also we have the participants, the debaters, from the supporting side, the people that are going to be supporting the motion. I have the first speaker, Ojeyemi Leroluwase Deborah. Please, a round of applause for her as she comes forward. With her, we have Akabi Chidima as the second speaker. And together with them, we have Adebayo Victoria Faye. These are the people that are going to be telling us how science has harmed the society. But we have some people that are also coming to say, no, science has not done any harm to the society. So they will be opposing the motion. So here I have the first speaker from that side, the opposing side, Akinwumi Dorcas Mercy. And I also have with me here Lade Folafemi. Also with them, Obiwale Erishe Ifumi testimony. So I will allow the judges to have 1 or 2 words with the participant before we start. Thank you.
The media team, the principal. Good morning, students. I, by name, Oyebade Maiwa Olusegun. I welcome the debaters to this program. It will be very interesting, and I want us to please come out and with confidence and tell us what you have for us. So the total marks we are having here per group is 100 points per group. So, and this has been divided into 4 segments. We have usage of words, 20 points, appearance, 20 points, your points, 40 points, and presentation, 20 points. And you have, I mean, the first speaker have 5 minutes for his or her presentation, while other speaker have 3 minutes for their presentation. I wish you best of luck.
A round of applause for the judge once again. Just like he said, the first speaker has 5 minutes for his or her presentation, and the other speakers have 3 minutes each. Then the first speaker will come back and round off the presentation using just 1 minute. So I think the time to tell us what you have for us is now. So the stage is yours. I'll be calling on the first speaker from the supporting team. The topic, don't forget, is science has done more harm to the society than good. So I'll be calling the first speaker in person of Ojeyemi Ileroluwase. Please, a round of applause for her.
Good day, panel of judges, my co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, accurate timekeepers, and the mass media. I am Ileroluwase Ojeyemi, and I'm standing before you to support the motion that says science has done more harm than good to society. What is science? Science is the understanding of the chemical, biological, and natural aspects of the earth. First, as much as it helps us, the side effects are huge and toxic. The more experiment failures are made, the more it is threatening to the humans and society. The causes of the experiment failures can be traced to the losses of natural resources and felling of trees, which have great and bad impacts in our lives. Too much of exposure to chemicals is bad for our skins. For example, creams, roll-ons, and deodorant. Creams. 90% of the world uses creams, and there are some chemicals mixed in the creams that makes the body react. There are some creams that make your skin peel off. There are some creams that make your hair fall out. For the roll-ons, while using some roll-ons, you might get some allergic because the roll-ons ingredient might be too strong for your body to handle, and you might end up having bruises in your armpits. Another thing is perfumes. Most of us use perfumes. There are some chemicals mixed into the perfumes that makes it smell tantalizing, but once the chemicals enters the brain, it affects us. Another point I have is the technology has upgraded in Android phones and guns. The arrival of guns has The arrival of guns have introduced destruction in man's life to the extent that you don't need to be in a physical combat with the person before you shoot. You just need your electronics and gadgets, and you just launch the weapon, and men dies in hundreds and thousands. Android phones. Most youth uses Android phones, and some of them causes some cells in our eyes to malfunction. And we all know that the eyes are one of the most essential parts of the body. Another thing that phone causes is cancer. Cancer, also known as asbestos. So it causes asbestos, and cell phone radiation causes cancer. Another one we have is television. Television, we all know that television is one of the important means of mass communication. Chairman, Mr. the panel of judges, I know you agree with me that we've all lost our African culture and values due to what we watch on television, due to what we've imbibed through television. We all know that it has been lost due to the skimpy dresses these young girls wear nowadays. We see children of our ages younger than us smoking and drinking, and that will make most of us also want to do the same thing, because we also want to try what they are doing. Another one science has caused, they invented fast AI, also known as artificial intelligence. This artificial intelligence has made most of the first graders and master holders lose their job. those working in manufacturing industries, transportation and customer service. We all know that this customer service line that are hearing us, we are not hearing the same thing over and over again. Some people lost their jobs due to this. And the modern cars we use in cities, the gases emitted from this causes environmental pollution, which is not good for us to inhale. Another one we have is fast food. 90% of the world unders fast food, right? Because it is one of the fastest food in the world. But what if I tell you that these fast food are made by machines and they undergo so many chemical processes that is harmful for the body, the kidney and the lungs? I hope with this report of mine I'll be able to convince you that science has done more harm than good society.
That is the first speaker from the supporting side, telling us many ways that science has been harming the society. Or do we have somebody from the opposite side who is going to tell us in what way science has been good to the society, or maybe there are some things she said that he or she does not agree with? Let us have people from the opposite side, the first speaker from the opposite side, to come and tell us what science has done to make the society better rather than causing harm to the society. So the stage is yours.
Good day, everyone. Panel of judges, my co-debaters, accurate timekeeper, the mass media, and my fellow students. My name is Akemi Dokas. I'm from Science Department, and I'm here to oppose the motion that says science has done more harm than good to society. Firstly, what is science? Science can be defined as a systematic study of the natural and the physical world through observation, experimentations, and test of theories against the evidence obtained. In other words, science can be defined as the knowledge of all kinds. Science has helped humanity in so many ways. In terms of medicine, science has helped humanity through the method of diagnosis, prevention and treatment, surgical and medical operations, the invention of drugs and vaccines. For example, smallpox, which was a disease that dominated the world in the 18th and 19th century, was successfully eradicated with the aid of science in the 20th century in 1980 precisely. Science has also helped in finding a cure for tuberculosis. Science has also created antiretroviral drugs for HIV patients to live their normal life. In terms of ICT, is it talking about the invention of phones or laptop? Talking about invention of phone and laptop, science has helped us to make our communication easier, the texting of messages easier. Moving on to businesses and transactions. In the olden days, there were nothing like banks, so individuals had to keep their money in their houses, which led to higher chances of being robbed. But with the aid of science, we have banks, we have e-banking, we have USSD transactions, which make you transfer your money at any convenient point of yours. Talking about weapons, science has helped us to invent weapons in which people use to protect themselves. For examples, hunters need weapons for hunting, while military workers need weapons to defend the nation against external and internal attacks. For example, military workers need weapons to defend us from terrorists like Boko Haram. Moving on to building and infrastructure, science has helped us to build companies, to build houses, with the method of predictive capability to optimize new building performance and sustainability of new and existing building, to understand and prevent building failures. Moving on to discovery. Have you ever realized that your digital alarm clock is the discovery of science? Your cell phone is part of the discovery of science. The chairs you're all sitting down is part of the discovery of science. Science has also helped to discover new species of animals and plants. Science has also helped in terms of transportation. Science has helped to create aircraft like aeroplanes. Science has helped to create trains. Science has helped to create motorcycles, cars for easy journey. In conclusion, science has in no way done any harm, but has done good to the society. Thank you.
Presentation from Adomi Dokas. Moving on, let us have the second speaker from the supporting side in person of Akobe Chidima Rejoice.
Good day, everyone. My name is Akobe Chidima Rejoice, and I'm here to firmly support the motion which states science has done more harm than good in society. First, I'd like to talk about unemployment. Ever since the creation of mobile phones, youths have been too lazy to even go out there to look for a job, but prefer wasting their precious time using mobile phones every day and night. For instance, ever since the creation and introduction of New Life and other betting platforms to the society, youths are now lazy and dependent on playing those games every day and night. You can't tell me that just because you earn a sum of 90,000 naira, that makes you successful. It does not. It makes you lazy and dependent. To be successful in life, you have to work hard and study hard. Secondly, road accidents. As the opposite I said earlier, the invention of vehicles are very useful to us, but no one has thought about the side effects. Road accidents and air accidents are very rampant, leaving destruction of many lives and properties and making the percentage of survival very low. Let's take a look back when cars were not invented. Our grandparents made use of trekking and animals as a means of transportation. Talking about trekking. Trekking is a very good exercise which builds you muscularly. That's why our grandparents are still very muscularly functional. But people who use cars, airplanes, and so many more are now lazy, and they complain of back aches, leg aches, and so many more. Now, thirdly, environmental degradation. Of course, we take science for the creation and invention of many things, but as much as they have their advantages, they also have their disadvantages. Scientists need natural resources to upgrade their scientific devices every single day. The more they take, the more they destroy the earth. People now rely on, as many people rely on firewood, but scientists take out of it. They make the people very sad, and it affects us in many ways. So this is very few points of mine. I hope I've been able to convince and not to confuse you on the topic which states science has done more harm than good. Thank you.
That is another very wonderful presentation. Moving on, let us have the second speaker from the opposite team to come to the stage in person of Lade Folafemi Ayomipo.
Good day, everyone. Standing on existing protocol. My name is Folafemi Ladel, and I'm here to oppose the motion which says science has done more harm than good in society. Firstly, science has proven to be a major source of employment. Most people employed today are only employed because of the opportunity science has created for them. Jobs under the jurisdiction of sciences include engineering, medicine, nursing, software engineering, and so on. Secondly, science has been the driving force behind technological innovations which have helped to restructure our society and fuel economic growth. From the innovation of internet and communication to the scientific development of transportation and medical facilities, scientific developments have revolutionized our communication, technology, transportation, and industry. Thirdly, science has helped in the conversion of matter to usable energy today. Instances such as use of organic matter to create biogas capable of powering machineries are just a very few of the things science can do as regards to energy. Thirdly, science has helped in the discovery of numerous crimes in which criminals ought to have gotten away with if not for the new scientific developments such as the use of genetic fingerprints, autopsy, forensics, and much more to unfold numerous criminal acts, therefore making our society and the world at large a better place. In addition, science has helped has played a crucial role in food security, from the genetic preservation of our food to the new sophisticated means of transportation and preservation of food. Science has helped to ensure that food is spread around globally, thus reducing the rate of death caused by hunger. Last but not the least, science has helped to improve the entire livelihood of mankind with new sophisticated in the areas of transportation, communication, medical facilities, and industrial production. So with these points of mine, I hope I've been able to clear you on any iota of doubts that science has in no way done any harm, but rather only good. Thank you.
The the supporting team, they have come telling us so many ways science has done harm to the society. And the opposite side also have come with so many counter opinion, telling us how many, so many ways science has been helpful to the society. So I'm still, I don't know, but let's hear from the last speaker from the supporting side. That is in person of Adebayo Victoria.
Good day, everyone. Standing on the existing protocol, my name is Adebayo Victoria Faith. I'm here to support the motion which says science has done more harm than good in the society. Adding to what my partner has said earlier, well, science doesn't harm us in our society. It's actually the technology in it. Technology is very harmful to us because people rely so much on it, which causes health implications, sleep disturbance, and obesity are just a few adverse of health effects. Now, it also affects the privacy concerns because with the collection and storage of vast amounts of personal data, it also increases the risk of unauthorized access and data breaches. And also, science and development have a very adverse impact on nature, leading to deforestation, leading to exploitation of natural resources, including exploitation. Do we know that people have started to rely so much on internet technology in this our 21st century society? Paradoxically, while technology promises enhanced connectivity, it also contributes to a sense of social disconnection. Do you know that people use technology as a weapon for illegal activities? For an example, the nuclear weapon. On the 6th and 9th of August 1945, during World War II, the United States of America dropped the first nuclear weapon on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan, killing 126,000 to 226,000 innocent civilians, and since then, no green plant has ever grown on the land. At the outbreak of coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, was detected December 2019, which was prepared in the laboratory in China, was caused by the biological weapon. I hope with this few points of mine, I've been able to convince, but not to convince you, that science has done more harm than good in the society. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have somebody else from this group? Okay, we still have somebody from the opposite team to come and tell us in what way science has been helpful to the society. So I'll be calling Obiwale Erishe for me. That's the third speaker.
Good day, everyone. I'm Obiwale Erishe. I'm here to oppose the motion which says science has done more harm than good. It has really helped in creating opportunities for us in the society and making our life easier. However, through science, agriculture has been more developed through the invention of machineries and implements, such as planters and tractors. In the olden days, our farmers make use of cool tools such as hoe and cutlasses, which consumes time and even make their work so stressful. But now, thanks to science, we now have improved facilities for storing harvested products. We now have advanced irrigation and drainage channels, which helps in cultivation of our crops. However, regarding what my partner said about the effect of internet, that's really helped us in making money and people to get really employed. Talking about internet, we have a lot of influencers, marketers that make money from internet. 2 months ago, Elon Musk, the CEO of X, formerly known as Twitter, paid creators for making amazing content on Twitter. And through this, you can advertise your products through internet, and you don't need to have an outlet for you to sell your products. And with this, that's really been a big advantage for us in society. Furthermore, talking about nuclear energy, regarding what my opponent said about nuclear energy, that it can be used to reduce carbon emission and cultivating environmental awareness in the society. And it has helped us to detect cancers and treatment of cancers and also through the treatment of broken bones in the society. And also, talking about space exploration, that's really helped us in development of space rocket and prediction of weather forecasts in society, and also to station our dishes in society. In conclusion, that's really, science has not done any harm than good in any way. Thank you.
Okay, the two teams have told us how many ways science have done good to the society, what way science has done bad to the society. So we want to have the first speaker from the supporting team to come and round up all what they have said so far, if truly science has harmed the society or if science has not done any harm to the society. So I will call Miss Ojeyemi Ilerioluwase once again come and
To sum up all what we have said earlier, science has done more harm than good, especially when my opponents talked about food causing borders. Haven't they seen the food that has been delayed for over a long period of time? And what about the damages that have been caused during the food transportation? They didn't see that effect. Instead, they talked about the other good side that they've been trying to cover up to make them think science has done more good than harm. But it's actually not true. When it comes to the case of electricity, fine, electricity, it helps us enjoy life, it helps us see. But what about the past few weeks and months and years that people died of being electrocuted? That electricity just sparked out and just turned out of wire. They didn't talk about that. They just talked about how well it is. You talked about business transactions. Fine, transferring money from one bank to another. But when they transfer money, what about the network when it lags? You didn't talk about that, lagging up. But back then, we used check when we write with our own personal account. But nowadays, they are hacking people's accounts. They are hacking it. Some people hack it. The children, if they know the code of their parents through the online coding, they would have already been hacking it. But back then, they used a check with their own personal signature. To end this, I'm here to tell you that science has done more good than harm. Harm than good, sorry. Science has done more harm than good.
Thank you. Thank you. I think you have stated your points clearly. You have proven to us clearly that science has done more harm than good. But it is not for us to judge who has won. Let us have the first speaker from the opposite team also to come and round up in 1 minute in what way you feel that science has done good than harm.
Good day, everyone. Standing on the existing protocol, I'm still me, Apple Dorcas, and I'm here again to re-emphasize my point that science has done more good than harm in society. Like I said earlier, transportation. Science has helped us to make our journey more easier. Just like my opponent has said, she talked about the olden days when our grandfathers and grandmothers, we have to wake up and start riding horses to their work. Imagine you have a meeting by 7 o'clock and you wake up late by 6, dressed and eat by 6:30. Are you telling me that you're expected to get on a horse, start riding to work and eventually get late? That's why we have cars right now. You can get wherever you're going in less than 20 minutes. One of our opponents also said experiment failure. Do you know that every failure in experiment opens a way to another new path? You talk about deforestation as well. But do you know that when we cut one timber, we replace it with 3 seeds to grow what? 3 timbers. Like you said in the olden days they used check. I'm not disagreeing with you that they are using check in the olden days, but now instead of you going to bank, staying in bank for over hours to do transactions, you can do it from anywhere of your own. Like they are sitting now, they can take out the phone, transfer any amount of money to happen faster in here. So you can't tell me that science has done anything to the society. And you know that it's not science that is destroying the society. It is the intentions of the people that are destroying the society, not science. With this few points of mine, I hope I'll be able to convince you and not convince you that science has done more good than harm to society.
All right. I think we have. Hello. We have so many scientists among us and intending scientists. I think that is why the encomium was so loud, the applause was so loud. It is not, like I said, it is not for us to judge. They are the judges. They are the ones that will tell us who won.
First of all, let me congratulate the organizers of this event. The staff should remember that I've always urged you to organize this kind of thing. It's very important. It has its own benefits, namely, you'll be able to face audience. And when you become a lecturer, a professor, whatever, you'll be able to deliver in such a way that you will impact something. So I want to thank you sincerely for giving this school, our school, the opportunity to test ourselves in this kind of experiment, because it is not sufficient for you to know something. It is important for you to know how to impact it. And this kind of thing you are doing will help you to do that. We have started this kind of thing right from primary school to secondary school to university to any level, as we have told you. And I'm glad that all of you are so keenly interested. The topic we are taking is a very sensitive topic, very sensitive, very jamming, very apt, because the way society is going, if care is not taken, we may use time to destroy ourselves. That's the truth. We may use time to destroy ourselves. Those of you in the higher class, SS1 to SS3, you will recall that when I assisted your chemistry teacher to take you a 2-week lesson, I've always mentioned to you that science is good and science is bad. You see, there is no partition. Science is good, science is bad. It all depends on how much, where the pendulum swings. This is our physics teacher. Where the pendulum swings. Is it swinging in the direction of more benefit or swinging in the direction of more harm to the society? And that's what the two of you have done. This is the benefit side, right? This is the harm side. This is the benefit side. Let me see their face. This one is suitable for benefit side. Look at. Okay. The point is that science is good on itself. If science is not good, we still be living in the Stone Age. Perhaps most of you know what we call Stone Age. Stone Age is characteristic of Africa. Stone Age is characteristic of Africa, where today some people still put firewood, and you get all the carbon dioxide of this world into your lungs. Stone Age is characteristic of Africa because, for example, I lived to see where you pound yam on a stone. Pounding yam on a stone. Yes, I lived to see that. Before we graduated to using a normal wooden mortar. And well, Joy is not there, but my granddaughter is there. But Oyibo came, and Oyibo told you that you are wasting energy. Ready? Normally, when you go to a restaurant, local restaurant, like not modern restaurant, how many people will pound yam? Eh? Oh yeah, my daughter. How many? 3 or 4 or 5. There is one buka in Ilesha where I used to eat when I'm coming from Akure or Akungba. I used to stop there and take pounded yam. I've forgotten the name now. About 5 people, 5 empty people pounded. Po, 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 po. And they really need such a rhythm that will be dancing with the pounding. But by the time they finish the pounding, come and see the amount of sweat coming. And someone outside will be entering the pounded yam. But thank God, African body is so resilient that sweat that entered will not do anyhow. Because that's how your great have been eating it. And there are genes inside you. So no harm. But today, if you come to our residence, we don't use mortar again. Oyibo have devised a pounding yam machine. And it will do it better than the Odo and the Olo. It will do it much better. Maybe one day when I finish, I bring it to them to eat. Yes? You see? So, that simple example illustrates, for example, the benefit of science. So, when you weigh all these things together, and you see that unless we use our capacity and capability, our intelligence to moderate the excesses of science, we will eventually destroy ourselves. I thank you for the opportunity. God bless you.
Because I can see so many great scientists sitting here right now. You are going to become medical doctors, you are going to become engineers, you are going to become architects, you are going to become so many wonderful things. Can I hear you say amen? Amen. So when you become what you want to become, you should know that this is the way I want to use my own science. This is the way I want to use this technology. Thank you all. So I will give the mic to the people from the high table and meet the panel of judges to give us the score. Thank you.
The students have really tried, and I like their courage. And one thing I can say about this is that if you guys can actually work more and work more on this kind of energy, and then how would I put this, engage more in this kind of act, even when you're not called to, just at your own convenience, try and develop some points with yourself, onto yourself, and then try more to watch more of educative programs. And I can assure you that if this continue, like you guys continue more on this, I can assure you that you guys are going places. Thank you.
So I will give the mic to the people from the high table and meet the panel of judges to give us the score. Thank you.
A round of applause for all of them. So, in order not to waste more of my time, I'll be starting with the supporting team. Try. The usage of
Words, the appearances, the points, and their presentations. And the total mark after the whole division and the whole thing, it is 79%. On the other side, which is the opposing team, their usage of words, appearances, points, and presentations. And then at the end of the whole thing, they were able to get 82%.
82 over 100, that's 82 points. Please, a round of applause for them. So you know the group that won the the debate, which is the opposite team. Please, a round of applause for them once again.